Welcome into another dedicated podcast episode. Ben Spicer, Johnathan Mumphrey, your usual co-host. A little different scene, a little different setting. We're in person today.
Absolutely.
We usually do it online. So mixing it up a little bit. I've enjoyed this, getting to talk with coaches that we've seen over the 7-on-7 circuit, on the DR7 circuit over the last 4 years. And we're very excited to welcome on our next guest, Coach Knicholaus Black with the Louisiana Purge, coach and an organization that we've seen come up over the last 3 or 4 years. And you guys have grown and you've really made an impact, really made your presence known. So been exciting to see you all come up on the 7-on-7 scene, and excited to see what you guys have this year. How have you been, and how's the program looking this year?
Been doing good. I want to start off by saying thank you guys for having me here. Ben, every time I reach out to you, you always respond. So I've always appreciated that. You always come check us out every time we're at a tournament. Mumphrey, I've always told you thank you, man. From this our 4th year playing, and ever since I've been at DR7.
Yes, you have.
Because of you. So always, like I told you the other day, I thank you for everything you've done for us. Yeah. But as far as the organization, man, we're doing good. We have 3 teams this year. We have 2 12s and a 10U. So we're just trying to continue to expand as a team and as an organization. We're looking to make some good moves this year. We're looking to compete. That's where we're at right now. But other than that, man, we've been doing good.
Well, Coach, one of the things that I've kind of watched you guys over the years is, you've always stayed young, and I want to know kind of, what makes you guys stay young, or just a certain group of kids, you just developing them all together. I see guys get in this space, they'll start with a young team, and next thing you know, they're trying to jump to high school, and I think that's a good key. What you guys are doing is building this program young.
So I'll say this, the reason we've stayed so young is that core group of guys that we have started with, they were 10U on the younger side at first. Mm-hmm. So now they're actually on their last year. We've partnered this year with the Jack Boys out of Alexandria. Mm-hmm. And so we've teamed up, and next year, those boys that's in our older 12-year group are going to move up to play with the Jack Boys next year. So we're going to continue to stay 10 and 12s. We like that age group. We like that range. We got a feel for all those kids in that area. We know who we need to go to. We know what kids we need to pick, because we just see them continue to grow up through the rec balls, through the school. So we like that age group. Mm-hmm. It's a little easier with the high school boys. It's fun with that 10 and that 12-year-old range, because they're eager to learn, they want to have fun, and they want to be there. You don't have to force them to be there, kind of like with those older boys. It's like, I gotta go to practice again. Yeah. But they love coming. They love to be there. Right. So that's why we like that 10 and 12 range. We actually tried to get an 8, but that is, it's so hard to get those 8-year-olds, man. So, but if they'll come out there, we'll go with it. But as of now, 10 and 12, that's where we're going to stay.
Right. Well, one of the things that I, since, we say talk about 4 years, we, DR7 going up 4th year. And I wanted to make sure that I showed that I had you guys on the dedicated podcast, because you guys always travel. From Louisiana, y'all come to Texas, y'all come to anywhere we are.
Yes, sir. And
we wanted to say thank you, appreciate it. We want people to know about your organization because of what you guys are doing in the community, especially with these young kids, because the foundation is everything. Right. So, so tell what part of Louisiana exactly, so I make sure I get my demographics right.
So we're based out of between Alexandria, Pineville, Ball area, but we actually have kids that's coming from Natchitoches. Okay. We got kids that's coming from Oakdale. So as long as they're willing to travel, we make it work. I even let them know, like, hey, I know during the week, school week is kind of hard. So if you can't come during the school week, just make sure you come on weekends. But they're so dedicated. They're there on school nights too. Mm-hmm. We're practicing 5 to 7, 5:30, 7:30 every night, and they're there. And they still got to drive an hour to go back home after that's over with. So that's how we feel we're making a good impact, because if we weren't doing what we were supposed to do, they're not coming on those school nights. Right. So we must be doing something right.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
How did this all kind of come to fruition? Was there no teams around the area? Did you kind of see a demand for it? How did you guys get your start?
So I'll tell you this. I actually was thinking about this on the web, like, man, what the actually, how it all started. So what we want to do is make a travel football team, 11 on 11. But you need skill, you need your linemen, you need backups, you need a good 40-something kids to make that travel work for 11 men. And a lot of it really falls on parents.
Right.
And a lot of them weren't willing to make that travel to Texas, and we tried for 2 years and we're like, man, it ain't working.
Right.
So I think I was on YouTube, just scrolling through some stuff, and I saw something with 7-on-7. I was like, well, let me check this out. I never heard of it before.
Right.
So I started watching it, and I was like, I think we can do this. I think we can do this. So I reached out to my guys, Coach Ed Galman, Coach Keo Frazier. Those been my guys since day one.
Absolutely. They always there.
They on their way now.
Yeah.
Those have been my guys. We talk. If one person likes something, the other don't like it, we'll talk about it, we'll work it out. There's never been no disagreements.
Yeah.
Nobody's out to get the other to take Purge away from. It's always been family with those guys, man. So I trust them wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
But so I brought that to them, like, man, I think we can do 7, because that way we don't have to have so many kids. We can get a few, 12, 13 kids. And if the parents don't come, we can stuff them in cars and we can roll.
Right.
So we did that first year, and I reached out to you at the very beginning. Did that first year, and I was like, we went and we got whooped. We didn't win anything national circuits. DR7 championship battle.
Right.
Battle was the worst place we could have went.
Yeah.
The first year, oh my gosh, man, we couldn't compete to save our life.
Right.
But it taught us.
Right.
So that next year, we knew what to do.
Right.
We knew how to play. We knew how to game plan.
Right.
We came out that second year and finished second in nationals.
Right.
So that's how it all started, man. And ever since then, full speed ahead.
Right.
I tell all those coaches, I tell all those parents, I love tackle, but I love me some 7-on-7. I love me some 7-on-7 because these kids are really learning.
Right.
Had a kid the other day talking about, coach, I'm not no linebacker, I'm a DB. I said, bro, if you go man, it don't matter what you are.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't guard the guy in front of you, it don't matter if you're linebacker, safety, corner.
Right.
You got to cover.
Right.
Be versatile. Don't be just a linebacker.
Right.
Be a linebacker. Be a safety. Be a corner. Be all that. You don't have to limit yourself. Yeah. Be an athlete.
Yeah.
Just like the kids that all just want to play offense. No, get out here and play some defense too.
Right.
You're gonna play everything. Every kid we have on our team plays every game.
Yeah.
We got 3 pool play games. You want to play.
Right.
Now, bracket time,
Yeah, that's a whole different game. That's a whole different game.
You gotta prove yourself on
Right.
Saturday. If you do what you gotta do on Saturday, you're gonna play on Sunday. But if you got there playing around, your chance of playing may be slimmer. We let everybody know, we let every kid, every parent, play time is not guaranteed. But if you come out here and you bust your butt and you work hard, you're gonna play.
Right. Absolutely.
So I'm curious, we ask coaches this all the time, and it's going to be different from you because you work with the younger groups and you haven't gotten the chance to see them age up and play in high school yet, let alone the chance to go to college and that next level. So as a coach, what's been the most rewarding part of this? Is it kind of seeing their love for the game grow? Is it seeing that light click when they start to understand the concepts and such? Just what's been the most rewarding part of this for you as a coach?
I'd say the most rewarding part for me is watching them excel in school ball.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of them are playing 6th and 7th grade football now. So, and pretty much every kid on our team is the better kid on their school ball team. So being able to go out there and see them excel at school, turn around and play rec and excel at rec, we know we had a hand in that. Because like you said, we're developing those kids. We're not just out there, run this route, play this defense. We're showing them they're playing cover 1 man, they're playing cover 2, they're playing cover 3, they're in 6, and they're playing cover 4.
Wow.
We're playing it all. We're not going to limit them just to man. You got to learn it all. Because when you get to high school, that's what they're going to expect of you. And we've been doing such a good job. Me and Coach Ed and Coach Keo have all been offered to help at the junior highs. So me and Ed, we're coaching at Tioga. Keo is helping at his son's school, AMMS. So now we're reaching out to more than just our kids. We're helping way more people than we ever thought we could.
Right.
And it's all because of this platform.
Absolutely.
So yeah, we're so happy to be able to do that. And that's my biggest joy is being able to see them go out and excel other than 7-on-7. They're really making impacts on their school football teams. So that's what makes me the happiest.
Absolutely, they transitioning. So coach, so the show is called Dedicated.
Mm-hmm.
And we always want to make sure we figure out what was that moment in your life that you became dedicated to help you and where you are today. And within saying that, I'm gonna share a little bit first. But within saying that, I would love to know, for the artists to know, what do you do today in your everyday job, kind of what that looks like, because this is one of the things behind the Dedicated Show. We want to make sure we get clear. We want people to know the man behind the organization, that's in the organization, and the integrity and the character. You know, for me, it was a couple moments in my life that I think that I kind of gets me to who I am today, and it's my mom and my little brother, and we lived in a situation that was a little challenging, but still was. When I look back on it, it wasn't as bad as. It was bad, but it wasn't as bad as some people have it. Mm-hmm. But it was that time in my life, where crack epidemic was heavy.
Right.
Hit our household, and I had to be not only big brother but dad to my little brother, who's 9 years younger than me.
Yeah.
And to be there as a protector for my mom. So I got in the weight room, started to lift weight, started to feel myself a little bit. Yeah. So. But my dad continued to provide, even though he had moments of abuse, and that I was protecting my mom from, and had to fight him every day. When you have to, they say old man strength. So you have to. Those are times, but I think that developed me into who I am today.
Right.
I'm that dog in me, that person that won't quit. Undersized linebacker that I played at SMU. And being dedicated to helping people change lives, because there were some people that stepped in my life and kind of was guiding and lights for me,
right?
Through the neighborhood, but as well as across the track is what we call it. We lived on one side of the track, they lived on another side of the track, but they saw that I had some things going on in my life. So what was that moment in your life that's kind of had you? Why you're so dedicated to who you are today?
I would say, for me, it was becoming a dad. So, like kind of like we were mentioning, my father wasn't really in my life, so it was me, my sister, my mom, my grandma, my granddad. My granddad died when I was 6, so that was my father figure was gone, 6 years old. So after that, it was just me and a bunch of women in the house, and I know it's a lot of people's story.
Right.
So, my mom remarried. She got married around the time I was in high school, and that was, to me, I always call everybody, that's my dad.
Right.
And he showed me how to be a man, how to take care of my family. So from the point of having kids, that was really my main motivation from that moment on. And I try to surround myself with good people. So once again, my 2 guys,
right,
they're also great dads.
Yeah.
So just being around them, and we just want to do better for everybody. We're not just looking out for the success of our kids.
Correct.
We want everybody's kids to be successful. It would be selfish of us. We wouldn't be doing what we're doing now if it was only for our kids.
Correct.
So that's my main motivation. As far as my everyday life, man, or Monday to Friday, I'm up every morning at 4 a.m. I'm driving an hour, 15 minutes to go to work, come back, get off work. My son has basketball practice Tuesdays, Thursdays, if he's not having a game on those days. My daughter plays travel softball. And then I have my little 3-year-old and I have a 10-month-old.
Oh, well, bless you.
So between me and my wife, man, we are constantly running, and we're still making time.
Right.
She's been great. She doesn't get upset. She knows what I'm doing it for. So, baby, I thank you.
Thank you.
She knows what she's done for me, and she knows how much I appreciate her. Along with Coach Ed and his wife, she's the same way. She understands what we're doing, so he's not getting any slack.
Right.
Okay, Coach Keo and his kids, so to us, it's really family based. We love all those kids.
Right.
We got to handle them a little rough because some of them come from rougher areas,
right,
but we still love them because they may not be getting that love at home.
Correct.
So those kids are our entire motivation.
Yeah.
We do it for them. We do it for our families, and we wouldn't have it no other way.
Man, that's called dedication. That's why when we got the name Dedication and Respect, it was a moniker that you had to walk, you had to live it.
Right.
And that's what I hear, what you're doing. Get up at 4 a.m. and continue to sow into other people's kids, and you have kids at home. but we're OGs, so if we don't give back, what are we doing in life?
Yep.
I think that's my question. What are we really doing? When we really look at, okay, you wake up every day and you go get on the rat race to go make $1,
All right.
then you spend it, but have you made an impact? And that's what you guys are really doing, is making impacts. And that's what we look at from a DR Sports perspective. Did we make an impact today?
Right.
Did we touch somebody? It's a lot of sacrifice that we all make. So that right there says a lot, especially dealing with the youth, the younger one. A lot of guys in this space, they want the guy. We did a call the other day, and all the guy wanted to know who's the league player, so we can talk about the deal they're gonna get, and the next level. And it's like, no, we got to service the whole community. We can help, we can do it, but we got to serve the whole community from 8U up. So that's what I hear from you guys, and I want to applaud you on the sacrifice, man, because I know it's tough for me to get up at 4:30. I was up at 3:30 this morning, to get ready, packing and stuff. But that's rewarding.
Look, I did it again this morning. Got home about 8. Told my wife, I said, baby, I'll take about a 2-hour nap so I can get ready to go, because I was trying to beat the nighttime so I can get here, loaded up 6 kids.
Yeah, you got it.
And we got here.
Yeah, absolutely. On time. You said
on time.
Before time.
We'll be here at 7.
Did you expect things to get to this point? I mean, you mentioned you kind of stumbled upon 7-on-7 on accident, right? So did you expect to have 2 12U teams and a 10U team?
Man, I'll tell you, I didn't expect for us to have what we had, as well as it be as successful as it has.
Right.
So, like I said, we started with that very first group, and we saw how everything ran. That next year after that, we added another one. We had a 10 and a 12. Our core guys were still in 10, but we were like, hey, let's start bumping it up so we can do a little more. So, but no, I didn't think it was going to be what it is today. I didn't think we would be as successful, but I'm happy. I'm happy we are, man. Like I said, we're doing it for the right reasons. None of our coaches are getting paid. Every penny that we make goes to those kids.
Right.
Feeding them, travel, paying for tournaments. As you know, they're not cheap. And we try to tell the parents, money's not everything, but we gotta have it.
Right.
That's the only way we can function. But I'm not trying to be a bill collector.
Correct.
I don't want to bear down your neck all the time. Like, hey, I need the money. I need the money. I need the money. Because that's not what it's about.
Right.
And if you got a kid that's really dedicated, that wants to be there, we'll make a way.
Yeah.
Coach Ed be the first one to tell you, man, it's tight, but I can put something on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, if you put something on, I'll put something on.
Right.
Next thing you know, the kid's taken care of.
Right.
So we just can, like I said, man, we just always want to make it about them, about their growth, about their success. And like you said, we haven't seen them get to that high school and that college level yet, but even if we send one kid to college, we won.
Right. Absolutely.
We won.
Well, I think if you keep one kid out of the legal system, you
Definitely
won.
won.
You definitely won. I think that's the key. I think one of the things that our community has to learn about football, and we just gonna talk about it here for a second, and then we'll work to a close. Just to keep it 100 is, because when we grew up, it was little Johnny, the quarterback across town, that was coming to across the other tracks or our neighborhood to get the elite kids to play. Well, that time is over.
Yep.
It's select ball now, and select sports is not cheap. Travel ball is not cheap, as you experience doing youth tackle. So I parents, if you want, with this whole trickle down effect, trickle down effect of the NIL model. Yes, money. You're thinking money's gonna rain down, but you have to pay and develop that kid to go get that check.
Right.
They go get that $500,000 that one day because there's so many people out here doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care if you're in a little small town in Louisiana, East Texas, Kentucky, wherever you're at, somebody needs to be developing you, and that takes time and investment.
Oh yeah.
And the great thing about the 7-on-7 circuit, you can take a team of 14 if everybody's pitch in $50, $100 every weekend. You can go play some of the best talent in the country.
Yep.
And so when your kid come back to his neighborhood, like you're talking about, he's the dude. because he done seen the best talent. He might have got dogged a couple times. Now he know how to go dog somebody.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go dog nobody if you ain't never been dogged.
You know what?
It's just what that is.
I'll tell you this before I don't mean to cut you off.
No, you good.
When we came to Nationals, you know, every tournament we was going to was Dallas, Houston, and Louisiana. So we were just trained strictly Texas and Louisiana teams. And we're able to go back and tell everybody, hey, we've been some of the best teams in Texas and Louisiana, man. And but to some people, like, hey, they got popes doing that anywhere. I'm like, okay. So now we come to Nationals. Now we're beating teams from Florida.
Right.
We're beating teams from Texas, Louisiana, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
All over.
Yeah.
Now we can go back and talk that talk, and everybody like, well, we number 2 in the nation. DR7. Y'all can't say nothing to us.
Right.
We're doing something right.
Correct.
So we're being able to show that accolade off is also helping bring those kids in because they're seeing what we're doing. Like I use my son for instance because Ben was asking about he just played an all-star game at offensive defensive camp. Mm-hmm. Only kid from Louisiana on his team.
Oh wow. Congrats.
And went out there and won MVP for his team. Scored every touchdown they had the entire weekend.
Oh wow.
Offense and defense. Now he's able to go back to home and folks like, oh, he did that with Purge. They taught him that.
Right.
Let me go.
Right.
So when we got several other kids that's the same way. We got a kid named Dallas ranked in the world for track and field.
Oh wow.
It's just we're just trying to put them in position to be good. And like I said, all those accolades aren't doing anything but letting other folks see like, hey, they got these kids that can be us. Right. Mom, I know it's a little expensive, but please.
Right, invest.
Like you were just saying.
Invest. They gotta invest. It's just what it is today. And you know, I'm not here to try to get you money. I'm just telling you because if you go into some of the, you know, traveling around and people putting elite events on, it costs to run an event probably just as much as it costs anything else.
Right.
But you know, in travel baseball, you're talking about travel softball for your daughter. It is not cheap.
It's not, man.
It is not cheap at all. So you got to invest in that. But you know, the great thing about what we try to do here at DR7, what we do at DR7, our mission is to get exposure. We're the only circuit in the nation that have our own in-house media, our own in-house scouts. So, you know, you talking to Ben is looking because he gonna have his camera over there with him. You know, we have our other guys, you know, that are out there scouting talent because we understand we're the grassroots model.
Right.
And there's a lot of national media that is a little lazy, that don't get to the grassroots, that as we put them out, then people start to snatch them and they get a little bit more eyes. And we just want to be a piece in the puzzle, in the wheel. Calling the wheel. And that's
I tell you what, man, we're DR7 people. Yeah. We are DR7. We will DR7 it until there's nothing else to do. We love it here, man. From day one, y'all have been so welcoming. You've helped with, and like I said, to start off, any question, you're right there. You may give you a day, but it won't take too long. And even with Ben, man, I always say, hey, Ben, I know you out here shooting, man. Come check us out. Oh, what time, what field you at? And he's always there. He's never said, I'm coming and hadn't been there. Right. Never. So y'all, I'm telling you, like you were just saying, y'all the only one that really has everything and y'all do it all right. Y'all don't let folks down. I've never been to a tournament where there's been no fighting, nobody doing nothing crazy. It's always been legit. Always. So that's why I say, man, we'll always be DR7 people. Always.
I appreciate that. Well, we're starting to expand. You know, our platform side of of the DR Sports is building an expansion here soon, where that's our scouting, expose the unexposed, and so we're looking to expand in that Louisiana market.
I remember
so we can be able to get over there and watch those kids on Friday night as they get there, because it's very important that, you know, it's real heavy in dollars that our scouts. That go and watch our kids. They see them from 7-on-7. They go to their camps. They follow them. You know, we're starting to get colleges that are reaching out, and then so we want to be able to help expose more kids because, you know, I have them reach out and say, do you know this kid? And I have to go in the network and say what to do. So what you have in the 10 and 12s, you know, and make sure you keep our team impacted on who your dudes are, so we can start to build a digital resume form, so when they hit that college, hit high school, that we can begin to help them out.
Yes, sir.
And then they can come and announce on that they going to I ain't gonna say LSU because every kid in Louisiana don't go to LSU.
Oh gosh.
But ain't come announce it on the platform, man. But we're so thankful that you sacrificed the time to get here tonight, and we really appreciate it.
Oh, of course, man. You know, anything for y'all.
Yeah.
Anything for y'all, man.
Absolutely. Coach Nick Black, Louisiana Purge. Excited to see you guys tomorrow. We come check you guys out. Tough schedule, but I know you guys will rise to the occasion.
We're going to give it all we got.
Looking forward to seeing you guys, and thanks for joining us as well.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.
Thank you guys for watching the Dedicated Podcast.